He would just come here and demand to see everything and discuss for hours everything. It was like exhausting, but at the same time exhilarating.
He loved auction, he loved the game, the competition. It was like a gambling.
He was an addict in the sense that most very serious collectors are. He was definitely not buying because he thought it was going to go up.
He had a very personal approach to collecting. He was seeking unexpected things. Myron's father was an immigrant from Belarus who came to Minneapolis in the 1920s and opened a hair salon. Myron took over the business from his father. He did not inherit it. He had to buy it from his father. Those were the tough rules of a tough family. Regis Corporation became the world's first billion-dollar hair care business. The first collection he built was in American paintings, which is a very important collection. He also collected old master paintings, 19th century European paintings, Russian paintings, and African art. I would say next to his American painting collection, the most important collection he built.
He was a great businessman and he transferred all his business energy into looking at art.
I remember one particular image of Myron sitting at his desk with about 7 or 8 auction catalogs spread out on the desk, and about 2 or 3 phones ringing off the hook, and his secretary madly running from one auction house to the next, fielding all these bids.
The collection of Myron was scattered through a whole building.
You could walk down the hall and you could see a secretary sitting underneath a George O'Keeffe painting next to a Chihuahua.
He often took walks through the building to see the collection, and this way he ensured that he would also visit all his employees on a regular basis.
For better or worse, everybody had to have paintings from his collection in their offices. One painting we sold him, it looked like a lynching actually, about 4 bodies swinging in the wind. This rather gruesome painting migrated all around the offices because every time he would hang it, he would get an objection from one of his staff.
There was no special trick to sell to Myron other than offering him what struck his nerve.
He was not trying to make a sale with Myron. It became sharing beautiful art with a buddy, with a friend. And then negotiations would start.
Myron was a very good negotiator.
Tell me about it. What was his style?
No.
Okay.
He couldn't say no. If you knew that he was onto something that you wanted, it was better just to walk away from it.
He was like insatiable. He bought so much from so many people, so many galleries. He would insist on tremendous terms of payment. We negotiated for hours.
However, he always remained a very modest and humble person. You never needed Myron to sign a contract. It was very much a handshake.
As often happens in the art world, professional relationships develop into friendships.
I was more friends than a dealer and a buyer and a collector. I liked him.
When you had a conversation with Myron, he focused on what you were saying, and he made you feel like you were the only person in the world having a conversation at that time.
I learned a tremendous amount from Myron. Above all, to be open-minded and always curious. It's very refreshing, I think, today to meet a collector like this, who is in there not for fanciness and glory, who is just in there for his own personal passion.